Man, it's good, bro. How you, bro? You alright? Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Always keeping it real, you know? Keeping the people woke. You know? Might as well add on to that real quick. A little something for you and your viewers. You know, since they just been keeping it 100. Y'all son, let me ask you something. They be claiming they apes. If they really gorillas then, how come Zimmerman still walking around and ain't none of them get at them? Separation is reparations in this effing nation. Case closed, no investigation. It is what it is, no explanation. Y'all over there praying like y'all gonna be saved. We ain't one and the same. You a field nigga, he a house nigga. Me, I'm a runaway slave. I'd rather be under a grave than under a man that come from a cave. So I'm off to get guns and grenades, but I'll be back in a couple of days. Yeah, I'm on my Django, like Jamie Foxx. Sharpshooter when I aim these shots. They like, here come the pigs, and I'm like, good, cause I came for the cops. I bang on my opposition, hip hop's been glitching since Pac's been missing. That's why none of y'all got my attention, it's repetition, I ain't gotta listen. Cause I already know what it is. Your flow gonna be flowing like this. Talking about how you're rolling the bins. I know how it starts and I know how it ends. Wait, ain't you married? How you rapping about all them hoes you got? And them clothes you rock with? You need to stop. Cause nigga, those ain't hot. Man, y'all tripping. Got these Chinese niggas frying y'all chicken. And they don't even look like chicken. Fuck around and it's probably a pigeon. God forgive them. They don't know no better. They probably a Christian, a Muslim, a hoodlum. To the system, there's no difference. I don't understand it. How you blacker than me talking about you Hispanic? Spanish a language. We the same bitch, just your mind's been damaged. Where that's Nadie? Está fronteando. I'm from the calle. They cooning like Kanye. But I'm on that shit they don't teach you in Georgia. I'm criminal minded. You can tell I'm a dawn by the women I ain't with. I maneuver like Heimlich. But the pressure on the stomach come from my 9-inch. Y'all probably ain't catch it. So rewind, and that part is highly suggested. I'm possessed cause my women possessive. I'm blessed, and this is a blessing. You niggas gonna learn today. This is a lesson. Going to church ain't gonna get you in heaven. Nigga, your rebel's a felony. Taking your money and swelling your melon. Yeah, I'm a rebel, that's why I'm rebelling. Somebody gotta say it, so I'ma tell him. Had knowledge yourself since I was 11 and taught my son by the time he was 7. I'm the best man, though I'm not at your wedding. I helped them get on, they ain't gotta get credit. I'm tipsy, off a Nipsey. I'm a hustle until I get it. I see where y'all going, that's not where I'm headed. I'm taking a different direction, so no, you can't do a record. And just for the record, I actually feel disrespected for you even thinking I would be shrinking down to your level. Clown, you a pebble. Trying to smell what the rock is cooking. Cause you heard I set up shop in Brooklyn. But it's still BX to the death of me. They got ingredients, I got the recipe. I hope you die in your sleep. That goes for all my foes that ever slept on me, niggas. Stay woke. I don't give a fuck what you niggas wanna hear. This what the fuck you need to hear. Stay woke. Huh? I said, no time for sleeping. The enemy creeping and we can't defeat him unless we stay woke.
So y'all already see what time it is, right? Y'all already see what time it is. Kevin, OG, settle down. Tons of YouTubers getting their videos deleted, talking about this movie. Settle down. You applying pressure. Much love, Haas. I don't know what's going on with the rest of them other YouTubers. I know what's going on. What y'all just seen in front of y'all face while we was live. Now, for those of y'all that was on the live, right? I'm gonna ask y'all in the comment section. I'm not even gonna tell you how many people was watching. I'm gonna ask y'all because I'm sitting up there watching my live, and when the live went off, they only gave me credit for 1,500 people on that live. But I know when we was live, that live was creeping up on 2,500 people that we just started. So now we had 2,300 people in the building, going on 25. It went up to 2,500 people in the building. How did that live end? I screenshotted it. How did that live end with only 1,500 people? And this is the shit that I be telling y'all. They throwing my numbers in the garbage. They not even letting us know how many people are really active watching us while we live. They not. They're not even letting us see that. The game is crazy rigged. That's why I keep telling y'all, hit the like button so we know exactly how many people was in the building. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all, right? Right now it says that live is at 2,800. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my creative studio and I'm going to put that live on private. Because there's no reason for y'all to be watching both lives, right? So right now, as we speaking, y'all about to watch me take that live down right now. Remember, it's at 2,800, right? Y'all see that? I just put it on. Like the views shouldn't go up no more. So when this live right here go off, we gonna see how they. I'm gonna prove to y'all how they playing with my numbers. I'm gonna prove it. Now back to the movie. Like, I'm actually enjoying this because it makes me feel very so much important to see that I'm being targeted like that. You got to ask yourself a question. Why is it? Is it because Gillian Wallow? Because I'm putting so much pressure on them that people are really not caring about what them niggas is saying no more because they realize that them dudes, the sold they souls, and they really not for the people. Like, y'all got to understand something. We got Barack Obama and Michelle Obama directing or promoting, producing this video, right? At a critical time. At a critical time. We are on the brink of losing the dollar bill. We are on the brink of losing the dollar bill. Yeah, y'all just messing with me all around the board. Yeah, I don't even think y'all understand how because they just playing with me.
America's national security and the warnings from the FBI to local, state, and federal law enforcement about the possibility of terror attacks right here in the homeland. CBS News got a look at a new joint bulletin that warns groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS will likely use the Israel-Hamas war to increase calls for violence in the U.S. this holiday season. This bulletin right here says that the most likely primary targets could include churches, synagogues, and members of the Jewish community. Now, today, the FBI director was telling senators that the U.S. is facing the highest risk of attack in years, that there are blinking lights everywhere, and warning terrorists will exploit the southern border. The head of the FBI says the Bureau is working to identify and disrupt these potential attacks, with foreign terrorist groups openly calling for strikes against Americans. He also said that the number of threats are at a whole other level since the October 7th attack on Israel.
Now, one of the best parts about the movie, right, is when a little kid is he's losing his teeth. And the father and the friend went to the guy's house, right? He went to his friend's house, right? Because I got to start this, I got to say this all over again. He went to his friend's house, a guy that he knew. Like, I know you. Hey, what did he tell him? Nah, you don't know this side of me. This is where I get to show my ass. This is the end of the world where a nigga get to show his ass. Now I get to show you my fangs. We not really friends. We was living in a world where we was pretending. That was deep. Like I said, in New Orleans, when the people of New Orleans was affected when those levees broke, and that hurricane ripped through the town, white people in New Orleans started showing their ass, showing their true side. This is where neighbors got to realize that we ain't all in this boat together. Some people playing for keeps. Some people playing for keeps. And in this movie, that white boy showed you he wasn't having it. And when he decided to show mercy, right? To see, you got to read in between the lines. When he decided to show mercy in that movie, he didn't show it to that black man that was his friend. He showed it to the white man with the white boy that was begging him. I beg you, please. I don't know what else to do. He helped his next of kin, his brother. But the dude that he knew, he ain't give him nothing. And he let him know, don't come back over here looking for nothing else again. How real is that? Welcome to the real world. I don't know which world y'all living in, but everybody out here ain't your friend. Why you think I tell you, pay attention to your circle before they hurt you? But one thing he said that I liked, oh, the shit that he said that I liked, he said, y'all keep reading the front page and y'all don't read in between the lines. Y'all keep reading the front page, but y'all not reading in between the lines. Y'all not watching the news articles? Y'all not seeing the news clips with them talking about our water supplies being tampered with? Then you don't hear no more about it? Remember all of those trains that was derailing all throughout America? Where toxic waste was spilling in different areas, but y'all don't hear no more about it? What, was you too busy being entertained? These news articles are telling you something. While we on the brink of World War III.
It's about America's national security and the warnings from the FBI to local, state, and federal law enforcement about the possibility of terror attacks right here in the homeland. CBS News got a look at a new joint bulletin that warns groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS will likely use the Israel-Hamas war to increase calls for violence in the U.S. this holiday season. This bulletin right here says that the most likely primary targets could include churches, synagogues, and members of the Jewish community. Now, today, the FBI director was telling senators that the U.S. is facing the highest risk of attack in years, that there are blinking lights everywhere, and warning terrorists will exploit the southern border. The head of the FBI says the Bureau is working to identify and disrupt these potential attacks, with foreign terrorist groups openly calling for strikes against Americans. He also said that the number of threats are at a whole other level since the October 7th attack on Israel. Breaking.
What part y'all missing out on? Y'all not reading in between the lines? Y'all not reading in between the lines? Yo, you know what's the most scariest part about this shit that's going on? That y'all not understanding? Yo, we did Saddam Hussein dirty. Dirty. We did Muammar Gaddafi dirty. Did him dirty. We did Afghanistan dirty. We did Iraq dirty. We did Haiti dirty. They know that was an earthquake machine that was used over there. Hamas, it's our money over there that's sponsoring that war. Again, like, when they say payback is a motherfucker, what you think gonna happen when them people in position to pay us back? They talking about people coming over the border, right? People coming over the border, right? Do y'all understand? Some of these people that's coming over the border are being hired to be police officers. In America, they not checking their background. They're putting these people in position in America. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. There's going to come a time in America with white police and American police are not going to be willing to go as far as where the New World Order wants them to go. So these officers are going to be stepping down because the stuff that they're going to be required to do is going to be so trifling that they're going to start using some of these border jumpers to take those positions, to police you and to police me. I don't think y'all understand what's going on in front of y'all face. They can't tell you that America is a corporation. This is not a country. Your name is incorporated because you are a slave on the new plantation or new corporation of America. We are not free here anymore. Our Constitution has been thrown in the garbage and replaced with the Patriot Act. Y'all don't understand? But the people in power can't tell you this. Do y'all realize that there's a reason why they slowing down my voice? Again, my name is the most hot, my name is the hottest name on the internet. But then, when my name starts ringing again, all over again, first it was the shooting, then it's me going on Vlad. Next thing you know, Charleston White goes viral for throwing a flower pot on somebody's head off of a stage and getting beat up. Do y'all not see what's going on? They pick and choose your leaders. They pick and choose who name they wants to be up in the highlights. Charleston White is CIA. If y'all can't see that, I'm not even going to break it down to you no more. Let that nigga be your hero. You go ahead and stay entertained by this man that I told you already he ain't for the kids no more. Right now, we living in critical times. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to wake you up. That video showed you so much truth in it that it ain't even funny. So now you should be taking whatever little things that you can't take, that you can take, and running with it. The first signs of destruction, get out of the city. Get out of the city. Because you're not going to be able to survive there. Anybody who survives in the city, they're not going to have anything. 3 days after a massive event happened, after 3 days, no stores in the city will have anything in them. You already seen how the young generation does, how they ravaging the insides of these stores and they running in and stealing clothes. We already seen during the days of New Orleans, there was people walking in 4 feet, 5 feet of water with TVs over their head. There wasn't even power. That means that you're going to be dealing with a savage mentality. You're going to be dealing with a savage mentality. Let me tell you something, man. When there's no law, when there's no police to uphold the law, do you know how many people dream of becoming P. Diddy and R. Kelly? Do you know how many men would love to be Africa Bambaataa and now they don't have to answer to nobody? You women and children, you women that don't have nobody protect you, you better get somebody to protect you, or you better get some protection for yourself. And you better make sure that you got enough. Because when the police ain't there to police you, believe me, when a man don't have to ask anymore for your milk and cookies, now he can get your milk and cookies for free and there's nobody to lock him up. You ever seen that movie with that invisible man? Was it Hollow Man? In his normal life, he was a good guy. But then when he realized that he can be invisible and nobody can see him, he started doing the foulest shit. Do you know how many men don't commit crimes in this world only because they don't want to go to jail? Do you understand that there's so many men out there that wish that they can show you who they really are? But they smart enough to know jail is not an option for them? Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee, people. This is real. I live in Philly. The SEP police just went on strike. Now niggas is bugging, robbing people on the buses and trains. Wow. Block Omar. I don't know who Omar was. I wasn't catching up with the chat like that. Don't block. Let me tell you something, man. Don't block nobody out of my chat because they support Trump, because I support Trump. So if you don't like Trump, get your ass to get out of here. You on the wrong page. Don't block nobody because who they like for president. If matter of fact, let me tell you something. If a person not coming in here being disrespectful towards me, don't block nobody. Because if I find out you blocking somebody because you got personal issues in here, then I'm going to get rid of you and take your wrench. We don't block people over here because they support Trump, because I support Trump. Y'all got me messed up, all the way messed up. Problem is, y'all want these soft ass niggas. I don't support the soft. Right now, I would support Adolf Hitler before I support Biden. Part y'all don't understand. Right now, I would support Adolf Hitler before I support Biden. Block nobody because they talking about they support Trump. Matter of fact, I got something I want to play for y'all.
Don't want to talk about is the election. They don't want to, because they're guilty as hell. They cheated like hell. They know it. And you'll never find out all the ways. But we don't need all the ways because, you know, it was, I think, 22,000 votes separated it. And we have millions and millions of votes. It's a very sad thing. So the most important part of what's coming up is to guard the vote. And you should go into Detroit, and you should go into Philadelphia, and you should go into some of these places, Atlanta, and you should go into some of these places, and we got to watch those votes when they come in, when they're being, you know, shoved around in wheelbarrows and dumped on the floor, and everyone's saying, what's going on? We're like a third world nation. A third world nation, and we can't let it.
So this right here is just like a hat trick of racism, okay? Let me tell you why. So firstly, when he's sitting here talking about the fact that these are particular cities that need to be monitored, he specifically says cities that we know to be very black cities, okay? That is not by accident. Nothing this man says is by accident. Y'all know that he's reading something that somebody wrote that he's supposed to say on purpose. Now, when he says, oh, these are places that are handling votes and ballots in a wheelbarrow, and it's like a third world country, even just the use of the term third world country, especially correlated to cities that we know have large black constituencies, is again, not by accident and racist. It's racist because when he uses the term third world country, what he's talking about is a country that he feels is not developed at the level of civility, of resources, of elevation as America. And we all know that the actual third world countries are recovering economies that have been depleted, okay, that have been disrupted and disturbed by colonizers like America. Last but not least, what he's talking about is voter intimidation. Now, he may frame it as, oh, you all need to go watch the polls, but that's not what's happening here. He's talking about voter intimidation. And we've seen voter intimidation as recent as the midterm elections, but a more profound example is during the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 60s, during the time when black people were fighting for the right to vote as citizens of this country. And they would show up in Klan outfits. They would show up with weapons. They would show up and physically assault black people who were trying to exercise their right to vote. And they had black people staying home because they were like, it didn't even work getting a black eye over this. That's where we're going. When they say make America great again, that's what they're talking about. They want to go back to an America where you can stop black people from voting with physical, actual violence. Right now, they're just doing it with, you know, gerrymandering and laws. Nah, they want to beat that ass away from the polls. Because they don't want you to be represented in the...
Shut up. Shut up, bitch. First of all, right? I'm going to say this again. Trump had this country in a frenzy. Everybody was eating. Right? So now, the Biden administration, the Democratic movement party, used celebrities to steal the vote. And they stole the vote and they stole the presidency. And this country ain't been the same since then. So now, let me take my glasses off so you can see my eyes while I'm talking to you. Right? So now that white people, right? Because black people too busy partying. If you're not playing PlayStation, your kids outside playing Call of Duty with each other. If you're not sitting up there with the black woman showing her ass, she wants everybody to know on social media that she has a fat ass in a weave. That's what black people is reduced to. If they're not doing that, they sitting up there talking about a girl with a missing tooth and her sucker ass boyfriend, Krishan and Blueface. That's what black people are talking about. If you're not talking about that, oh, Charleston White got beat up. I really get shot. And y'all calling it fake. But nevertheless, this is what entertains you. While this country is falling to shit. No jobs. Food is on a rise. Right? You got people jumping the border, coming over, and they cutting the budget. So your older elders that's on disability, their money is going down. So now instead of them having $1,000, $700, $600 to live off a month, but you entertained, right? By stupidity. Because some of y'all got comfortable. Y'all got real comfortable. Some of you motherfuckers that's watching me right now, y'all ain't got nothing worth living for. Because you ain't fight for shit. You ain't got nothing worth living for because the best of your life is gonna stay in that goddamn tenement building where you got that subsidized rent to keep you weak, not wanting shit out of life. Then they send them stupid ass lobby boys in. Yeah, send in the lobby boys with some gold chains. Let them hang out in Harlem. Let them hang out in Brooklyn to show you that it's still cool to live in poverty. So now your stupid ass, because you see them bum ass celebrities brainwash you into thinking that the hood is everything, they keeping you. And you in a science project. You lab rats. Understand something, the projects is not the buildings. The projects and the experiment is you. But you stuck in the hood with a hood mentality, watching BET, MTV, Instagram, watching my life go down. You watching your life go nowhere fast. Nowhere fast. Instead of pulling together and getting the hell out of the ghetto with nobody smiling. So now you got this white woman talking shit because the white man is telling his people it's time to take back our country. Because even though they took this country from your black ass, it's still their home too now. And you ain't willing to fight for it. So now they telling their people to go down to the polls and make sure that those votes aren't stolen. Because if you don't get your black ass up, I mean, you're not fighting for the land that was taken from you. Nope, you comfortable with the projects. You ain't fighting for this land. So now the people that occupied this land, the colonizers are sitting up there saying, yo, this land right here, we built this shit. We took this shit. We had our slaves build this shit. And we'd be damned if we gonna let them Arabs or the Chinese get on planes and take this country from us. Oh, so she mad. She mad. Huh? She mad. Because the truth hurt.
they're guilty as hell. They cheated like hell. They know it. And you'll never find out all the ways, but we don't need all the ways because, it was, I think, 22,000 votes separated it. And we have millions and millions of votes. It's a very sad thing. So the most important part of what's coming up is to guard the vote. And you should go into Detroit, and you should go into Philadelphia, and you should go into some of these places, Atlanta, and you should go into some of these places, and we got to watch those votes when they come in, when they're being, shoved around in wheelbarrows and dumped on the floor, and everyone's saying, what's going on? We're like a third world nation. A third world.
We are a third world nation. Our sons is gangbanging. Your 40-year-old husband got a 20-year-old big homie in the hood. What part y'all don't understand? Your 40-year-old husband got a big homie in the hood that's 20 years old that's running the shots. Them old niggas in the hood are scared to death of them young boys. Not me. They scared to death. Your 40-year-old husband that you laying in the bed with got a big homie. Yo, the African-American community, if that's what you want to call us, we don't deserve no respect. We don't deserve no respect. What have we fought for? When you watch Marvel, when you watch Disney Channel, you see the Avengers have enemies. You got Batman beefing with the Joker, right? Everybody has an enemy in this world. But in America, here in America, black people's number one enemy is themselves. Your children is fighting with the next door neighbor's children. And that's the end of the story. The parents used to be cool until little Mike killed little Ray Ray. Now they not talking. That's the story in the hood. Benzir, thank you, family. Facts, fam. That's the story in the hood. We living in the last days of America. The only thing now you could do is stack up on some canned goods and pray. And depending on where you living at, just get out of the cities while you can. There's nothing left there. Move over to the countryside. Get you a trailer out there. Like, let's stop acting like black people broke today, man. Let's stop acting like niggas is really poor when you got $1,000 sneakers on. How y'all raising y'all kids? The parents is poor, but the kids is out there getting and scamming. Teach them what to do with the money. All I see is broke people flossing on broke people over social media. Instead of taking back what belongs to you. Take this world serious. Because right now there's a round table with foreigners sitting down at that round table discussing which portion of this world, of this country, in the land in this country, the water in this country, the crops of this country that they want. And your punk ass is on social media. And y'all on social media, then the shit get me pissed off. When I've been saying some of the realest shit on social media, on YouTube, for the 7 years I've been up here, and then y'all come in my DM on Instagram and send me a video of somebody saying identical, exactly what I've been saying, and it's still my whole shit that I be saying. Like this dude, for example. Where's that video at? And see, now they messing with my shit, so it won't even pull up.
music used to be all about love and poetry and lyricism and fighting injustice. And then somewhere in 91, there was a secret deal made with the record labels to introduce gangster rap to the world. The goal was to glamorize criminal behavior, to turn people against each other, increase violence in certain areas, and then fill up private prisons for profit, making regular nice people want to act tough like their idols when their idols were required to act tough contractually. And it's not just rap music. We saw a similar hijack in R&B music. Brian McKnight and Boyz II Men, they used to sing about how much they love their girl and how they want to make it work and have kids. And now what's glamorized is The Weeknd. A sweet voice, but made to obliterate families, take hard drugs, cheat, and disrespect your girl. We gotta be very careful who we look up to and what songs we allow in the house, because all these pop stars have bosses, and their bosses have bosses that have an agenda, and it ain't our well-being.
The music industry has very close ties.
It ain't a point of whether I'm the only one that know that. It's my talking points. Don't sit up there and tell me that y'all didn't just watch me over and over again, repetitively sit up there and say that they replaced our R&B. We don't have groups like Jodeci no more. We don't have Boyz II Men no more. This nigga said exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. But instead of him talking about Elvis stepping on the blue suede shoes, he's sitting up there talking about R&B. That's a white boy. Stop acting like millions of people done. I done had over 1 billion views on this channel before I deleted my video, and even still, since I've been back on, y'all been watching me. The people been watching me. Don't come up here with that bullshit. You ain't the only one. Get your CIA ass out of here. Get out of here. All these niggas been stealing my talking points, acting like they didn't even know who I was. Hassan Campbell is correct. Those cities are dying. China and Bill Gates is buying up farmland for a reason. Wake up, people. Hoodie 7. Brother Haas, my name is Sha Kong P from China. I am interested in buying Bronx River projects. Good luck, nigga. BK style. Stack up on some canned goods and pray. That way of life is right around the corner. Stay up, Haas. Yeah, notice that he said he spelled pray, P-R-E-Y. Yeah. Because there's a difference between praying and praying. You better understand something, man. Like, you got some dope white people out there. Shout out to the dope white people that's out there. But then you got some white people that realize that they did us dirty. Then you got white people out there that realize that they did us dirty. And in their mind, they never gonna give you the opportunity to get back that get back. You know, like King Von, his crew was called Get Back Gang because they got busy. And they always bust back until the feds squashed them. Now they're in jail. Like, y'all don't even understand, man. That movie is so deep. That movie is so deep. Y'all not really understanding. That little girl, one of the scenes in the movie that went viral, that had the white people in this country mad, is when the little girl told her father, "In these times, we can't trust white people." Yo, the crazy part about it is that you just got to know who you dealing with. Know who you dealing with. There's white people that'll take their clothes off their back and they'll give it to you. And then there's white people that their blood is going to kick in. And everything that their grandmother and grandfather taught them at that dinner table is going to come out. You just got to know the difference. But at the same time, see, this is what y'all getting messed up at. Because we are our own worst enemy. And the majority of the time, what you got to understand is that in the hood, white people ain't worried about you in the hood. They're not worried about you. You stuck in a position where you're going to devour yourselves. All you got is the concrete jungle. Like, nigga, you ain't even got an apple tree where you live at. You don't see how you was set up? You don't even have an apple tree where you live at. Them big cities, you in trouble with the big city? You in trouble. You all the way in New York is done. New York is done. World breaker. Most content creators are copycats and culture roaches. Don't be surprised, Hassan. Now, I'm not surprised. I know I say shit that make niggas think. See, I gotta understand something. When I came on the scene, what did they have there? The conscious community. You had Umar Johnson for the last 10 years on social media begging for money for a school that still ain't open yet. You had Brother Polite sitting up there scamming, and then he done turned into a child predator. Now he's in jail. You had Young Pharaoh that was sitting up there talking about, telling people, one of the interviews that he did in the beginning where we was outside that day, and he said that he can make anybody fall in love with his mind, and he was right. And he told all the people, all the black women, that you was God, and he wanted y'all to give him money to open up a daycare. And that's what the black woman did. Y'all believed in him. Y'all turned the little nigga into a millionaire. Then he started shooting at his baby mother, showed you that the black woman wasn't worth shit. And he left her and started playing with them other females and them white females. And somebody gave that nigga something and his mind ain't been back. God don't like ugly. He didn't pay attention to his circle. But see, the difference is, I'm not going to kick Young Pharaoh while he down. Because if I'm going to spar with Young Pharaoh and we going to get it on, I want to fight him in his best state. I'm not like these YouTubers that seen Hassan Campbell crash out and was in a weak state and mentally broken down and shot and had to heal. And the first thing they did was, instead of extending a hug to their brother, they tried to stick a knife in me. See, that's jealousy. And that's why I say you got to pay attention to your circle before they hurt you, because everybody ain't your friend. And black people on social media, what they doing with me and with their titles, they're showing you how foul we can be towards each other. Niggas don't know what my mental state is. Oh, we just seen that man crash out. They don't know if I helped. They didn't care. They don't care. All they want to do is keep pushing the button to see their brother break. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Y'all got to understand something. Some of these dudes are fraternal order dudes. One Guapo, thank you, family. Appreciate you. They don't care. They don't even want to deal with the good topics. Search my name and look at the videos that come up. Look at the names. These niggas got 10 videos within a 24-hour period. Got to stay on point. Oh, it's not jealousy. People are tired of the crash out. You have to take accountability, brother. People want to see you get better, but have to wait for you. Danny, you sound as dumb as a goddamn doorknob. You sound so stupid. I'm going to read that again. It's not that people are jealous. People are tired of the crash outs you have. If you tired of me crashing out, stop watching me. It's simple. If you tired of the, what are you still watching me for? That doesn't even make any sense. When a person get on social media and deliberately slander you, deliberately tell lies, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? Deliberately tell lies. See, where I come from and how I was raised by generals. And me watching a man every day and making videos about the same person every day and lying on them, that's just not in me. There's too many topics to talk about. Because if I got to make 3 or 4 videos about the same person every day, that means I'm envious of you. And envy is dangerous. Hell is you talking about? Nigga sound stupid. Just CIA ass out of my comment section. When people get tired of people, they stop watching them. When you watch somebody every move and you got a reaction video towards everything that they do, that means you're obsessed with them. You're obsessed with them. That shit is an obsession. That's like that movie Single White Female. Dreams, thank you, family. Appreciate you. It's your beautiful self. Ah, shit. Thank you for sponsoring this war. That's what y'all hate. Not only did I just get a super chat, but I got a super chat from a dime piece. That's the shit that y'all hate. Y'all hate the fact that there's people out there that love me. That's what you hate. Y'all hate the fact that y'all know that there's a God up above in heaven that has his hand on Hassan Campbell of protection and placed me and elevated me over you niggas, and you're tight. That's why you niggas is mad. Because that glow, that blessing, even though a nigga crash out, you see God uplift me back up. And y'all niggas can't understand that. That's why y'all mad. That's why y'all mad. Because you can't clone God's blessings. Yeah, she fine. Y'all give props to her. That's right. Look at the times we living in. I could say it over and over and over like a broken clock, but that movie was deep, man. You can keep them Teslas. I don't want one. I don't want a Tesla. That's an easy way to make you dumb out. It's like somebody having a remote control. They playing with you while you driving that Tesla, just crash you. No, absolutely not. And if I was Tesla, I would sue Barack Obama and Michelle Obama behind that. Because I guarantee you, that movie gonna make a lot of people not want a Tesla. I guarantee you that. That movie gonna make a lot of people not want a Tesla. Amen, brother. Keep believing in the Lord, brother. They can't stop God's plan. No, they can't. See, God doesn't place a burden on you that you don't have the strength to bear, but you will place a burden on yourself that you don't have the strength to bear. Nobody likes us in America. Y'all do realize that, right? Nobody likes us. Y'all do understand that a lot of the military left the military when it was time for them to go see that doctor and take the pills and potions that they didn't want to take? Do y'all realize that a lot of the military left the military because they were required to take something that they didn't want to take? Couch V sponsoring this war. Oh, look, see? I keep telling y'all, look at the beautiful sisters pouring in. That's why they mad. Deep fake. Much respect from Jamaica, my G. Shout out to Jamaica. The old school shower posse. Stop blocking people unless they disrespectful. Don't make me stop taking wrenches. Unless somebody is disrespecting me, stop doing that. People have a right to their opinion. I want to see some of the comments. Somebody in the comment section throwing that rainbow up, or somebody in there calling me gay, block them. Outside of that, I want to see some of these comments. That's what makes good content. I don't need a bunch of yes men around me. If they come in here trying to promote them other channels, block their ass out of here. Just finished leaving the world behind. I just sat down with my children and watched the movie and had a talk with them about the movie. My suggestion to a lot of you people out there that's watching me, take the time out to watch the movie. Have discussions with your children. Show the bell. Thank you, family. Oh my God, beautiful. Woo! All these beautiful sisters in the building. Haas, do you know that Trump want to get rid of Tesla? I mean, for me, I don't want one. I don't care if you get rid of them or not. I don't want a battery ran car. I'm sorry. I don't want a battery ran car. I don't want to stop somewhere and have to take 2 hours to charge my car. No. No, absolutely not. I don't want no cyber car. For what? Yeah, they want to be on total control. I mean, the reality of it is that in order to bring in the New World Order, and go further into slavery, where you in the 15-minute cities and you can't drive your car from New York to North Carolina, to Wilmington, North Carolina. They don't want you to do that anymore. They want you to have to get permission and passes to leave your cities. They want control. They want to be able to know that you will never be able to be smart enough to rise up and take back what the fuck they taken from you. So, yeah, in the near future, with these smart cities, they call them 15-minute cities, is because you'll be able to go and go through a train within that city. And in order for you to go see somebody else somewhere else, you have to get a pass. I don't even think y'all even understand the times that we living in, man. Y'all, some of y'all not doing your homework. That's why you like, come on, Hassan, you're not doing your homework. All it takes is for you to start studying. It's already happening. The town that was burned down in Hawaii, where Oprah Winfrey just mysteriously, now all of a sudden, because what you call it, a clause in the contract, because of a natural disaster that happened, where lasers burnt the people out of their home. Now they're not homeowners no more. Their homes are not there. So now that land has been deemed no good no more. So of course Oprah and them is going to come up and buy them people's land, and that's where they're starting the smart cities at. That's where they having the conventions at over there for the smart cities. Y'all niggas is not paying attention. Y'all too busy watching what's going on with Puff. Y'all watching Puff go through his humiliation ritual, and once again they showing the rest of the black people that the black men that you think in power in America have no power. They're puppets. They're showing you. And they making an example out of Puff, a dude that got so much money, they showing you he really ain't got nothing. Just like Kanye West. They snapped their finger and took everything for him. Y'all really don't even understand what's going on. This shit ain't nothing but a fatal distraction. But the movie, it was so many messages inside that movie, man. Deep. One of my fears, every time my wife get on a plane, or my kids is on a plane with my wife going somewhere, is are they going to make it back home? Even sometimes when I get on a plane, I go somewhere, am I going to make it back home? Because when the power gets shut down, and these wars break out, or they start this cyber hacking, they keep telling you either it's going to be a sun flare that's going to knock the power out, an EMP that's going to knock the power out, an earthquake that's going to knock the power out, a hurricane that's going to knock the power out. They're telling you different ways that the power is going to go out. Did you get you some candles? Did you get you some batteries? Do you have some flashlights? Do you have some walkie-talkies where you could communicate? If you down the road and your family at the house and you out there scrounging to see if you could get some stuff on the road, like the movie The Walking Dead, can you call back to your house when the satellites is down? Can you get on a radio and you get in contact with your family? If not, go to Walmart, Best Buy, or wherever you can find some walkie-talkies, and go get you some walkie-talkies, because it is a must to know what's going on at your house when you down the block. My advice to you, if you can, stash you one or two of those little scooter mopeds that they got in the city. Stash that shit right in the side of your house. If you can, make sure you got a couple of pedal bikes, an air pump, some patches, just in case you got to move around and your car not working. A bike can still get you through the highway, even if you got to get around some cars. Get you a foot bike. Get you a 5-mile radius range two-way radio. Yo, Haas, they messing with your numbers again, though. What can we do about that? This is their platform. You got to understand something. If you think that Wallow and Gilly ain't behind this, if you think that the FBI ain't behind this, if you think that WAC 100 ain't still playing, if you think that even with academics, you think academics not watching my numbers and sit up there saying he don't want my numbers to surpass his numbers? Like, nigga, I know the game. All of them dudes that went through the door, they don't want me on their level. And all the people that told you I went through the door over the door because I sat down and did an interview with Vlad, and he finally gave me 3 hours of airing out Africa Bambaataa. I'm over with the Bam story now. Discussing Bam on anybody else's platform is over with. I'm done with it. That chapter of my life, it's over with. Now it's time for me to prepare for the grave. The only thing that's waiting left for me now is the grave. Or jail cell. Right now is the time to pick and choose your battles. See, y'all already know I'm at war on the streets. I just got shot. So automatically I'm at war. It is what it is. There's a war. I'm at war. But at the same time, you better pick and choose your battles. Because there's a bigger picture and a greater picture getting ready to come into all our lives. And mentally, you better be prepared for it. Physically, you better be prepared for it. Financially, the dollar bill ain't going to be worth shit. Once that dollar, let me tell you something. Once World War III start, it's going to be about what you already have stored in your cabinets. Then if shit hit the fan and your area get taken over by let's say an alien invasion or what I mean by that is these border jumpers or these different countries that we at war with. If your area get taken out, you have to evacuate. You still got to be prepared mentally to feed your children. You know how the kids was in the wilderness? I told my daughters while we was watching the movie, those deers that you looking at, that's food. They looked at me like I was crazy. Like, yeah, you got to learn how to skin them deers and cook them. You always said there's a war going on outside, because there is. There is. And the sad part about it is, it seemed like yesterday I was just 20 years old. Look how fast life goes by. Before you know it, you done went through so many mental battles in this world. You don't have energy for anything. Like, all you want is peace when you get to a certain age. All you want is peace. But the reality of it is, see, mentally, I know that. We was born into a war that started off with our great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents. And nobody really gave us the truth. But behind what really happened in this war, the only thing that they told you is that your ancestors were suckers and punks, and they was weak. They told you that your ancestors were slaves instead of prisoners of war. Because if they sat up there and they cast a spell and told you that your ancestors were slaves, that means that you complied and you were suckers. If they told you that there was such things called the Gullah Wars, where your ancestors was tearing their asses up, and it was an ugly war, see, then it would spark a seed inside the DNA of your children and your children's children to realize that we are POWs, captives in our own land. And it might make you want to sit up there and say, yo, I don't like this shit. And it might make your kids start looking at your kids, they cousins, they brothers, they Mexican in the hood. They might not be gangbanging on each other no more. They might realize like, yo, nah, this ain't it. We got to take this to this court now and let these people at this courts know that we know who we are as a people. Because if you don't know who you are right now, and you 40 years old, and you 50 years old, and you 30 years old watching me right now, and you don't know who you is, and you ain't willing to go to these courts and let them know, we know who we are now. We woke up. We realized that there's no such thing as an African American. That was a spell being cast. Words of spells. It's sort of like these YouTubers, and I'm going to make a separate video on this, casting spells. There's one particular YouTuber, I don't even watch this fake ass religion, and this is the shit that make me not like religious people. And other people not like religious people, because religious people do the most devilish shit. So you got a man that claims to be of Yahweh, right? All over social media, you all over the colonizers platform, telling me that my time is up. You going down. God didn't tell you that my time was up, my nigga. How you a black man coming on a white platform telling me my time is up? Why are you casting that evil spell on me? And then you got your people in your chat, in your comment section, telling another black man, why you convincing your people that my mother and my father's not black? Because that's how much hate you niggas got. So now you want to cast me off to somebody else's ethnicity, even though you're right, I'm not black. I don't never want to be black a day in my life. What is that? I'm a native of America. That black shit, I don't know what that is. That's a curse. You want to know what black means? Look it up. Look up black. You're going to call me anything, call me a Moor. Black? What's that? We were Moors. I'm not black. I'm a Moor. Black means death. That's why you're not respected. And then y'all dudes sit up there, it's over for him. That's a spell. You casting spells on me. That's why all of you people that's watching me, I need y'all to pray for me. Because they're praying on me. Mama used to pray for me. Because the internet is praying on me. Mama used to pray for me. Because the internet, like your spells, the words that y'all saying out of your mouth is worse than this axe. It cuts deeper because you sending them spells up in the universe and you putting your witchcraft on me. Ew. Why you want me to fail? YouTube gave me back my platform and y'all cast this spell. You going down. They already crushed me. Now I'm elevating myself back up and I got black men watching me talking about I'm going down. Really? That's what we doing? That's how y'all on it? China government set up police stations in New York City all over the U.S. and Canada, getting real out here. I was the first one to speak on that. Y'all late. I spoke on that 2 years ago. And spoke on it for like 2 years straight. Before they actually took my monetization, that's what we was talking about like crazy. Because then, at some point in time, the government started sending, once people started waking up and started talking about it, they started shutting those precincts down. Oh, yeah. Of course, China's getting ready for the takeover. That's what they're not telling you. America is in debt to China. America's not America no more. This is not your land. This is their land now. They bought it. You had the opportunity to buy the land. You bought a Benz, you pulled up in the projects, and you cracked you a bottle of Henny, and you smoked you a blunt, and you went back upstairs to a project apartment, while meanwhile, Bill Gates, China, and Fauci and everybody else was buying up the property. You had the opportunity to buy it. You didn't want it. You wanted to be in the hood forever. You wanted to be ghetto fabulous. I don't talk about these celebrities because I'm clout chasing them. I'm talking about these celebrities because they was put in position to keep you dumb. That's why I talk about these celebrities. Y'all so messed up. You got niggas that's 40 years old that still want to be a rapper. Nigga, you 40 trying to get into the industry. At 40. At 40? You trying to make a breakthrough in the rap game at 40? You know how embarrassing that shit is? And I'm not saying that you can't rap for fun. But you trying to be a rapper in the industry on Spotify at 40? Wow. Wow. Sad. Well, our own president get in complicit water hunt. Damn, I got to turn down some of these bulbs because that light is glaring and I can't even read the comments. Show the bell. I mean, it's never too late. Bro missed the whole point of the movie. I missed the whole point of the movie. The movie was simple. It tells you to get prepared for the apocalypse. Get prepared for doomsday. Get prepared for famine. For famine. That young boy lost his teeth to radiation poison. So the first thing you do, right? It's simple, right? Google, what do you take for radiation poison?
According to CDC, potassium iodide, Ki, is a type of iodine that is not radioactive and can be used to help block one type of radioactive material, radioactive iodine, I-131, from being absorbed by the thyroid.
Hello? Did you see how simple that was? And the good thing about it is, if you can't read, all you have to do is ask Google. What could I do, Google? And somebody on Google gonna give you a response. You see how simple that was? That was one point of the movie. The second point of the movie is the roads are gonna be closed. I've been told you the roads is gonna be closed. So you know what you're gonna do? You don't want to be on the roads anyway. Because 9 times out of 10, if I told you that the military, again, in the last live, right, before they cut it off, whenever there's a earthquake, a tsunami, natural disaster that happens, the first thing that happens is FEMA goes in. They stop people from coming out. They stop you from going in to save your family. So now, if you stuck in a situation like that, you better have enough supplies to survive. It's plain and simple. That's when you know people got too much time on their hand. And then y'all be in here deleting comments, but y'all got somebody in here named Bambada's Butt that says, Hassan Campbell, man, I should rock your snot box. Like, are you serious? And you really wouldn't have made up a channel like that. You got too much time on your hand. Wills to win. Keeping you in my prayers, Haas. Your voice is powerful. Your message is impactful. Keep on winning, making these haters big mad. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. All PJs in America are owned by the... It don't matter who own them. It's how we upkeep them. How we run them. What we do with them. We ain't doing right by them. So it don't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. And the truth of the matter is, let them have them. Give them back. Become villagers again. Become villagers again. Get back to the village. And see, that's another thing too. None of these other motherfuckers was using that word until I started using that word, the village. They wasn't. Now you see people talking about, oh, the village, it's the village. And they wasn't doing that, man. Niggas refused to give me credit for watching me. Stealing my content. We've been trained to trash where we live, of course. Because we don't know who we are. We don't know what we want out of life. You got to know where you're going. My brother worked for Navy intelligence, and he told me that movie Leave the World Behind is the best way another country will attack us. That movie scary as hell. Well, I mean, the reality of it is that what y'all gotta understand is, right. My theory. Let me give you my theory. All of these countries is in this shit together. World War III is not really about these countries fighting each other. It's about them getting rid of us. Like, let me give you an example, right? Y'all see what's going on in Hamas, right? Them people over there are damn near extinct, right? All you see is, you don't see a war fighting back and forth between armies. You don't see that. All you see is bombings happen and women and children under rubble, right? That's all we see on social media, right? So now, being Muslim, right? In Islam, it tells you that a Muslim's life, family, and property is sacred to another Muslim. And at war times, Muslim countries are supposed to fight all together. When one Muslim country is at war, all Muslim countries are supposed to fight in that war together. So now you telling me that the people of Hamas damn near have been annihilated. What's taking so long for the Muslim countries to join in this war? Why they didn't get on the battlefield yet? Hello? What are they waiting for? An invitation? This shit is a stage. That war, World War III, is not a war with these countries battling with each other. It's these governments coming together to usher in the new world order and let Satan take his seat on the throne. They're preparing this world for the Antichrist. And I say it again, it's just like when you watch the movie Apocalypto, rather. When you watch that movie, they show you how when famine and disease and plague hit their lands, they went over to other villages and slaughtered them to get their gods to ease the disease out of the town, the plague out of the town. All this is about sacrifices. What you think that they was doing on Epstein's Island? Speaking of Epstein's Island, I'll get into that in a minute. Any wonder the border open? The border is open because America's being sabotaged from within. The border is open because America is being sabotaged from within. And see, what y'all don't understand is Trump didn't tell us why he wanted to build the wall, but he gave you the option to build the wall. And certain black celebrities called him racist, knowing that he's not racist, that he had a reason for saying that. But he couldn't spell out to you what the reason was, but he told you we need to build that wall. Now you seeing why we need to build that wall, but some of y'all still don't see because y'all don't believe shit stink until you smell it. He told you to drain the swamp, which means to get us out of the hood. Right. Matter of fact, back to what Trump was saying. Oh, with Shorty, how she played a military mind game.
They don't want to talk about is the election. They don't want to because they're guilty as hell. They cheated like hell. They know it. And you'll never find out all the ways. But we don't need all the ways because, it was, I think, 22,000 votes separated it. And we have millions and millions of votes. It's a very sad thing. So the most important part of what's coming up is to guard the vote. And you should go into Detroit, and you should go into Philadelphia, and you should go into some of these places, Atlanta, and you should go into some of these places, and we got to watch those votes when they come in, when they're being, shoved around in wheelbarrows and dumped on the floor, and everyone's saying, what's going on? We're like a third world nation. A third world nation, and we can't let it.
So this right here is just like a hat trick of racism, okay? Let me tell you why. So firstly, when he's sitting here talking about the fact that these are particular cities that need to be monitored, he specifically says cities that we know to be very black cities, okay? That is not by accident. Nothing this man says is by accident. Y'all know that he's reading something that somebody wrote that he's supposed to say on purpose. Now, when he says, oh, these are places that are handling votes and ballots in a wheelbarrow, and it's like a third world country, even just the use of the term third world country, especially correlated to cities that we know have large black constituencies, is again, not by accident and racist. It's racist because when he uses the term third world country, what he's talking about is a country that he feels is not developed at the level of civility, of resources, of elevation as America. And we all know that the actual third world countries are recovering economies that have been depleted, okay, that have been disrupted and disturbed by colonizers like America. Last but not least, what he's talking about is voter intimidation. Now, he may frame it as, oh, you all need to go watch the polls, but that's not what's happening here. He's talking about voter intimidation. And we've seen voter intimidation as recent as the midterm elections, but a more profound example is during the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 60s, during the time when black people were fighting for the right to vote as citizens of this country. And they would show up in Klan outfits. They would show up with weapons. They would show up and physically assault black people who were trying to exercise their right to vote. And they had black people staying home because they were like, it didn't even work getting a black eye over this. That's where we're going. When they say make America great again, that's what they're talking about. They want to go back to an America where you can stop black people from voting with physical, actual violence. Right now, they're just doing it with, gerrymandering and laws. Nah, they want to beat that ass away from the polls. Because
black people need their ass beat. We do. The first reason why we need our ass beat is for calling ourselves black. Duh. We are not black. That's the first reason why you need your ass whipped. The second reason why we need our ass whipped is because our men don't know how to be men. Our men are the toughest, roughest shooters when it comes to shooting each other. But when it comes to the real battle, well, when it comes to the real battle, I get so sick and tired of seeing niggas that I know tough in the street, that really get busy in the street, chase behind rappers that don't get busy. I know niggas that's standing around Jim Jones. A nigga that got beat up in the ruckers, him and Cam. Nigga that got beat up by Man's DC. Nigga that got robbed by True Life. Nigga that got beat up at a club out of town by them Latin Kings. Every major beef that this nigga had, he lost. And run around like he the most decorated real nigga out. Jojo Capone crushed him. And run around like and then I see these rappers that I know get busy niggas kissing these niggas' asses to get in the industry. And it's so many different, it's so many of them. So many rappers. These rappers not get busy niggas. Got real thorough men. Gorillas in the street kissing their ass. Our men don't deserve no respect. They don't deserve no respect. Shit crazy. Why support Trump if he's the Antichrist? Trump is not the Antichrist. Trump is far from the Antichrist. Sounds stupid. Trump is far from the Antichrist. You know why I support Trump? BX Boogie, thank you for sponsoring this war. I support Trump because he don't bite his tongue. Let me tell you something, man. I'd rather have a gangster in office that'll straight up and tell you what he feel than a lying manipulator. Because the reality of it is, black people ain't ready to have a black president. You're not ready for it. Because if we really, really had a black president, we will be at war within this country first. It will be a civil war first before anything. Because now we have to take back everything that was taken from us. And you think they're going to give it to you? You think they're going to give it to you? The truth of the matter is, the colonizer is comfortable. The colonizer is happy because you are comfortable being a hood booger. The colonizer is happy because they content with you killing your own. You are going to jail and killing each other at alarming rates. This camera set up all around where you live at, waiting for you to go to jail. The internet has been rigged. There's agents listening to your YouTube videos. There's agents listening to your music. The DEA is in everything that we have ever touched. Deep Fake, thank you for sponsoring this war. You watching, what's the little nigga name? Quando Rondo on his way to jail. Young Thug in jail. King Von dead. Young Dolph dead. FBG Duck dead. Them little niggas that killed FBG Duck on their way to jail for the rest of their life. You see the options? Those are your warriors. Let me tell y'all again, right? That's like with me. All them decorated old niggas that you see me with, ever since I got shot, them niggas ain't getting on a battlefield. They just want to be praised for shit that they did 20 years ago when they used to be drug kingpins and sold drugs to you little niggas' mamas. Them bitch ass niggas ain't getting on the battlefield. They don't want no parts of that. Half these niggas can't even, half these niggas don't even have their own keys to their own apartment. You think these niggas want to go to war? You're right. They ain't got it in them. I don't care how many bodies niggas caught back. They ain't got it in them no more. That's why they say, yeah, I crashed out. Yeah, I crashed out because I go back to the hood, but I ain't going back again. Not protecting myself. Hell no. That was a one-time thing. The next round is on me. Obama is the Antichrist. Now, Obama ain't the Antichrist neither. Obama's nothing but a gay puppet. A gay puppet married to a man. And everybody knows it. Some people still in denial. Are you not entertained? It is what it is. Stop lying to yourselves. Y'all know what it is. 2024 elections. There's a good possibility that that election is not going to happen. We'll see, though. We'll see. The reality of it is the pen is lifted. The ink is dry. Everything was already written. Now we just playing that script. We playing out a script. The world is full of actors and rappers. Actors and rappers. Actors and rappers. Not enough farmers. We in trouble. You ever ask yourself a question? If we don't have too many animals anymore, it's not that much farm animals running around. Where's all this meat coming from that we eating? What are we eating? I want y'all to think about that. If there's not that many animals out there, what are we eating? What are we eating? What are we eating? Where's that meat coming from? How do you survive in today's time when most of our forest areas have been burned? Where all the animals really at? Especially in California, that shit been catching fire for the last 20 years. Billions of animals done died in them fires. Where's our wildlife at? What, you gonna go over to the Congo? Were they starving? How you gonna eat? It's on you to come up with your own plan, man. That's what that movie showed you. Wherever you find yourself at, it's for you to come up with your own plan. I definitely got to get me some sea moss. I just said that earlier today to my wife. I was like, damn, I got to go get some sea moss. I definitely got to get me some sea moss. The song you sell out. Sold out what? Sold out what? Please, man. Y'all niggas sound stupid. Sold out what? What? What kills me is that all these rappers wanted to be like Trump, but now he racist. He's an outsider, so he got my vote. They say he didn't want but on black people at his place. Well, look what they do. They did. If I was Trump, I would never support black people again. If I was Trump, I would never support black people again. Ever, ever. Look how we did him. And the crazy part about it is like, yo, how Trump got impeached, but Biden is still in office. How did Trump get impeached, but Biden is still in office? I don't get that. Where Tamika Mallory at? Where my son at? You don't see the Clintons no more. Everything is quiet. And I think what y'all fail to realize is that what the hell is this nigga name again? Damn. I'm trying to remember this page. Oh man, I'm trying to remember this page. I would love to hear you and Candace have a dialogue. I think there's an interesting conversation. Much love, respect to you, Hassan Campbell. Thank you for sponsoring this walk, Chris. I love, in some cases, I love Candace Owens. The shit she say is real. I'm not going to say that I agree with everything that she say, but the reality of it is, I like her energy. I like the topics that she talk about. And I'll take Candace Owens before I take Tamika Mallory.
Announces that on, I believe, the first of the year, they are joining BRICS, along with now 12 other nations are joining BRICS. How does this play out for America, this BRICS move? And also, I'm starting to see it in the mainstream media. 7-8 months after we talked about the central bank digital currency, we started to see it in the mainstream media. Now finally, the media can't deny that this is a big deal.
I was in Canada last week and for the holiday and through the weekend. And when you turn on the news, they talk about that. They talk about de-dollarization is on the news everywhere except for here. And it's happening. The BRICS nations are now richer than all the nations that are not part of BRICS nations, including us, them as a conglomerate. So they will win, but it's not necessarily just the end of the dollar. It's the end of all fiat currency. The dollar has been the world's reserve currency for decades. And I do believe that next year, the dollar will be unseated as the world's reserve currency, and the new reserve currency will likely be the yuan. That's going to be devastating for the dollar, not necessarily for the country. We're going to be fine. It's just they're forcing us to join forces with the idea of being able to transact using a digital currency type system. And it would be great if it was backed by gold. And if it was, then the gold's going to skyrocket almost overnight.
So
your rappers are not teaching you about this. Your rappers are not talking about this. These actors are not talking about this. How is it going to affect you? What corporations, what companies are going to still be standing? Will you still have a job? I know. You live in the projects. You live in tenement buildings. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Well, I'm talking to the homeowners now. They're still paying off their homes. How is this going to affect you? When this dollar bill collapse, are the banks going to take back their homes that you're paying on? Or are you going to lose your homes to inflation? How does that work out? Inquiring minds want to know. Because your government knows this is on its way. And then what you got to keep in mind is right, When Muammar Gaddafi was the first one to say that he was dropping the dollar bill, but he did it before the New World Order gave him permission to do it. So what they did was, y'all seen what they did to him? Let me get images of Muammar Gaddafi captured. Yeah, that's one of the nice pictures of him that they ain't censor. Tim? See what they did to him? Hassan, there's black people out here that are actually professional fighters, former military and trained marksmen. We don't need rappers as a warrior. They have no combat skill. Yeah, you're right about that, but it's not enough of them. It's not enough of them. It's not enough. And the reality of it is, if you guys is in the military and you really was in the military, you would understand that niggas ain't got no wins for their weapons at all. The technology that they holding, we ain't got no wins for that at all. The best chance black people got in America is going to sit down at the United Nations and claiming who you are as a people. Because outside of that, it's like, what are you doing? Once they get rid of this dollar bill and go into this digital currency, a lot of these videos I had up, I'm deleting. Because China is paving the way for a social credit score. Under this social credit score, when you speak out against the authorities, the people in power, they have the power to press a button in this digital world and crush your whole life. Your social credit score depends on whether you live or die in the future. Your social credit score, see how the shit just turned on? The social credit score depends on whether you live or die in the future. I don't think y'all understand that. So all these people getting up here using their voice, every revolutionary that we ever had didn't do nothing but use their voice. Their voice got their shit pushed back. Not their pistol. Their voice got their shit pushed back. So when dudes be sitting up there talking about, Hassan Campbell, what you doing for the black community? I'm not doing another motherfucking thing. I don't even sacrifice my money again. Enough is enough. Once they start hitting the pockets of a man, because when you're looking at me, you're looking at a man that's a provider, that takes pride in providing for my family. And then I'm jeopardizing that for niggas that don't even want to take care of their family. And then the same people that I sit up here and I'm talking to won't even challenge some of these other YouTubers like, yo, y'all niggas is bugging. Where's the videos defending me? Like on some real shit. Where's the videos defending me against these Neanderthals? Because that's what they are. These niggas are black cyber Neanderthals. It's sad when people can't even see when someone is teaching them right from wrong. No, it's not. It's definitely sad. But some people love the state that they live in. Some people don't want to change. A lot of men don't want to be men. They want to be crybabies. Too many grasshoppers, bro. Not enough ants. Shit, I would love to be an ant. The ants work in a community. They work together. The ants work together. You seen the movie trailer Civil War coming out next year? Nah, I didn't see it yet. I don't think I seen it yet. Unique Mecca Audio. Unique Mecca Audio. All right. Unique Mecca Audio. Well, why the hell is it not pulling up? Unique Mecca Audio.
Didn't hear that. Tap micro.
All right. Shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. That's my dude right there. I'm going to take the time out to address a topic that he wanted me to address, actually. And I'm going to take this time to address Unique Mecca Audio. Shout out to him, because I feel like this is real important.
Sean Carter is worse.
Oh, man.
He's smarter.
Let me get to Unique.
Is that I don't agree with under no circumstances. This is not to defend anyone's accused behavior. This is just to show you how our people have succumbed to try and tear down each other as we rise to the top. I
Don't want the copyright.
It looks like thousands of videos came up with our people attacking P. Diddy, and then I put in Jay-Z, and I see the same thing. We have a young lady, we have a young lady named Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright, right? She seems to be out to tear down the black man, is the way I see it. I may be right. I'm not trying to disrespect Miss Jaguar Wright under no circumstances. If I'm wrong, I will be man enough to come on here and apologize.
Unique, you're talking with a double-edged sword right now. Your tongue is a double-edged sword. You just accused this woman of tearing down a black man. You accused her of tearing down a black man. And then you saying at the same time, if I'm no, you're definitely wrong. Because the shit that she's saying, it used to sound far-fetched, but now the shit is coming to light. The stuff that Jaguar Wright was saying last year and the year before last, people was like, we can't even believe this. This shit sound like it's so untrue. And now you got actually witnesses that came out to say this shit about Puffy, and he copped out to it.
But this is how I see it. Jaguar Wright went up there and she started talking about Jay-Z. She's accusing Jay-Z of the SA. You know what that is. And, the R word. I couldn't believe what I saw. I want to know, when did our people turn into the crab in the barrel syndrome? Meaning, as one of our black men make it out, not only our black women, but our black men attack them as well. And slander them. I even seen defamation of men's character. We have no black billionaires that came from our generation that made it out of the crab barrels that we was raised in. I poisoned my community 30 years ago. And I served 26 years in federal prison for poisoning my community. And again, I will apologize for that. I gave 26 years of my life being taken away from my children. My youngest daughter was 18 months when I got locked up. I come out of jail.
All right, we got to get to the point, Unique.
Because they might try and think that I'm trying to, give them a black eye. But there was a program I was watching where they mentioned about how Anne Marie, was signed to Jay-Z when she was 16. Allegedly, he liked to, sample the young goods. This is what they're saying allegedly it happened. And they even asked Anne Marie, why did you quit drop from Rockefeller? She said, I don't know, my album did good. Maybe it's because, and then she stopped and said, I don't know why. But then now you have Jaguar Wright trying to show her how to get a Diddy stimulus check. Now, Anne Marie, right? I love her music and I love watching on Love and Hip Hop in LA.
Yo. Did he call it the Diddy stimulus check? Yo, Unique, you were mad. Yo, the nigga said the Diddy stimulus check. That shit was mad funny. But when you listen to what that girl went through, it's like revenge is the best. Revenge is a dish that's best eaten cold. Cassie got her revenge. Can't none of us say nothing about that. I'm gonna make it clear again. I'm with Cassie. I've always been with Cassie once I heard her story. I'm just not with black people being fake. Y'all wasn't with her till the white man gave her the money. All I wanted was the same help that she got. That's it. I didn't even want the bag. I wanted the help. Simple.
With Ray J and, Princess and, everybody else. I stopped watching it when they started bringing certain things on. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. And I think that's what kind of brought down the show. But, that's just my opinion. But then now, she sits there and they're talking about how Jay-Z was having intercourse with this young girl, Then they're talking about how Diddy also had intercourse with this young girl, not the same one, but another young girl, And I'm going to try and refrain from saying certain names because I don't want these, rat bastards, flip-flop wearing public trolls to think that I'm trying to defend the individuals. What I'm defending is the culture. I'm defending our race because...
Fuck the culture. Because you sitting up there saying that, with all due respect, Unique, you my nigga, but fuck the culture. Because you don't sound no different from KRS-One and everybody else sitting up there talking about they defending the culture by defending Africa Bambaataa, the godfather of hip-hop. I mean, what are we talking about? But I'm going to let you talk some more. Hash, you the best there will be, the best there is, and the best that ever will be supporting this war. Thank you, Monty 312.
You have these things that has been happening for decades with other races, I'm even going to call out a couple, just to show you what I'm talking about. And they washed them under the rug. And I bet you 95.
This is where I was waiting for him to go. This shit right here. And I'm doing this. I want y'all to understand. Unique called me and asked me to respond to this video. So I'm responding.
Of the people watching this don't even know these people. We got Elvis Presley who married Priscilla. you know, Balyal is how her name is pronounced, right? AKA she became Priscilla Presley, right? They met when she was only 14 years old and Elvis was 20.
Elvis been dead how long, my nigga? Why are we talking about Elvis? Why are you bringing up Elvis? Elvis is dead.
4 years old. They don't put that all in the media no more. So our generations that came after them don't even know about these alleged filthy indiscretions. Then we also got Jerry Lee Lewis. He married his 13-year-old second cousin. He was a pianist, a singer, a songwriter. They even named him the Killer. You know what I mean? And he was described as
he's dead. He's dead.
rock and roll's first madman. You know, that's Jerry Lee Lewis. They wash his alleged indiscretions under the rug as well. Not saying that we should wash, the indiscretions of our peoples under the rug either, but I'm just showing you how our people took it to another level because of this social media and them giving a check for anything you could say as crazy and scandalous as you could think of, and then say the word allegedly in front of it after you done.
See, now you don't put your mouth and your foot in your mouth, Unique. Because the key words you said, they gave a check. So now you're talking about Cassie getting a check because P. Diddy realized that she was saying way too much shit that she had receipts for, and he didn't want her to say no more. So he copped out to some shit that I wouldn't have copped out, because if allegedly if Puff had Biggie got murdered and Pac murdered, that bitch would have got murdered too for accusing me of shit like that, and I didn't do it. So when he paid out over $30 million to shut that bitch up, why are you defending him? You making yourself look foul, Unique. You wanted me to respond to this, so I'm responding, my brother. You're not looking good. And you thinking you making sense, but you're not. I don't know if you looking for a P. Diddy stimulus check in your broke days, but something just ain't right.
Smeared our people. Then they also, Bob Dylan was accused of a sex aid also, you know what I mean, of a 12-year-old girl, right? He was a singer, right? And also considered as the greatest songwriter to this day. To this day, he's considered the greatest songwriter, Then we have Bill Wyman. I know y'all don't even know these names, but that's because the European race, they hid their indiscretions so that they could keep, their legacy intact the way it is. I even scrolled through the
Unique, what you're doing is you calling, when you ask me to respond to this, you calling my audience stupid. When you ask me to respond to this, I don't think that you realize that my audience is smart. You're calling them stupid, Unique.
pictures of them with these underage women, and I was lucky to find one picture of each that I showed. Now, Bill Wyman met Mandy Smith when she was 13, right? And he was 47 years old. He married her when she was 18 years old, and he was 52 years old. You see where I'm going with this? This is how the Europeans, keep their people's legacy alive, because it's only a handful that made it to become those entertainment legends, right? Bill Wyman, like I said, was 47 when Mandy was 13 when they met. They met in 19...
Who cares when they met? Just listening to this shit is aggravating me. You wanted me to listen to this? Because you thought you was making a good point. Unique. You really wanted me to listen to this dumb shit. And you think that you're making a point because you want to keep our entertainers' spirit alive? Not our ancestors? Not the Gullah Wars? One of my favorite conversations that I had with Unique, where he talked about in Jamaica, the bullet and the ballot. That's one of my favorite ever. I'm so mad I don't have that video, the full video no more. The bullet and the ballot was the dopest shit that me and his brother discussed. That's the Unique that I'm looking for. This shit where you sitting up there praising these celebrities and trying to save them? You trying to save predators. And you telling my people, my audience, that they should praise these celebrities because they could sing and dance. That's some house Negro shit.
Before, so that wasn't that long ago, and they got married June 2nd, 1989. Bill Wyman played the bass for one of what they call the greatest rock and roll bands of all time. He was the bass player for the Rolling Stones. You see where I'm at with this? You know? And y'all don't even know nothing about this. But then now you take our people, you understand? You take our people and you put them, you know, on social media and make accusations that the authorities did not even, you know, charge them with yet or make a move on. And we convict them in the social media world. Now, I was watching another video that popped up about Cameron and Melissa Ford.
Before we get there, right? We've been around since the days of Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. We done heard Foxy Brown shit on Jay-Z. Then out of nowhere, she went silent. We know that when Jay-Z was running around with Foxy Brown, she was a young girl. What you thought, we forgot about that? When Jay-Z got with Beyonce, how many years younger was Beyonce when he got with that little girl? What you think, we forgot about that? When Jay-Z was running around, pounding on Aaliyah, how much older was he of that little girl? What you think, we wasn't watching all that? Sometimes we don't have to wait for the police to make an arrest when we know that a predator is being a goddamn predator. Jay-Z and Beyonce is on that Epstein list. Jay-Z and Beyonce runs around with Marina Admirick. She's a witch who teach people spirit cooking. You are the company that you keep. So Jay-Z runs around with Marina Admirick, who teaches spirit cooking, which is when you cook somebody alive at a low temperature and you eat them while they're still alive at the right temperature. What are we talking about? Like, stop playing. Jay-Z is the master of doeth thou wilt. You know who's saying doeth thou wilt was? That's Aleister Crowley. You know who Aleister Crowley was? He was a white witch. And he's also the father of Barbara Bush. We understand who Jay-Z is. Do you know who you trying to save?
Cameron told a story about back in 1992 when he was 16 years old with him and Mace going to, you know, a sex house in Harlem, you know? And the story is a part of his history, and we have what they call freedom of speech, so he spoke on it. Now he spoke on it, and then you had Melissa Ford go on the Joe Button show that she's a co-host, and she made a statement saying that they may even have been underage girls there at the time of the story that Cameron gave when he too was underage. And to make it even worse, there was no proof of none of this, where Cameron had to take to social media to let it be known, hold up, you know what I mean?
Unique, you have a point there. And I stand behind Cam 110%. She was wrong, but I understand where she was going, because in today's time, we are finding out more and more about these whorehouses having underage children. So she jumped the gun. Unique, you are absolutely right on this point right here. I gotta stand with you when you're right. You're absolutely right on this point right here. But all that other stuff that you talking about, that mumbo jumbo, like, nah, brother, I can't get with that. Nah, absolutely not.
But now you're trying to, incite a surviving Cameron and Mace story. Mace, be careful what you're doing out there, brother, because I'm trying to save our people and enlighten our people so that we know where we at with this and where this can lead. Because everybody is looking at today and not a decade later. I sat in the federal prison for 26 years, and that's why I'm so successful with telling these stories, because I sat on the sidelines and I watched all, these different things play out and watch how America has shifted. Because when I got locked up, I like to ride. I like to ride. Because when I got locked up, like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it because I know y'all remember that, when Rodney King was beaten by the LAPD and the LAPD was exposed, this is before social media, right? Someone was, lucky enough that God put them in the place of the beating of Rodney King to have a big camcorder on their shoulder and film it. Now that was God working to expose the LAPD. They showed the tape of how they beat him and beat him and beat him and beat him while he was down.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest of Mecca Unique Audio, Surviving P. Diddy and Jay-Z, Our Society Betrayal. Where Unique was going with this, right? And where I have my problem with Unique, right? And his way of thinking is that we living in a time where we seeing Weinstein go to jail, go to court. We seen Epstein, one of the illest serial killers, whatever you want to call that nigga. He was a monster. He went down. Now, whether they broke him out of jail and faked his death or not, we don't know. But we know that in today's time, Trump was waging war on them boogeymen. That's what I call them. I cannot stand when black men try to compare white predators to black predators, then say, well, Elvis never went to jail, so R. Kelly shouldn't go to jail. What? Take the what? And leave the what? What are you talking about? When I see predators, boogeymen, because they the boogeymen, they're little children. When I see predators, all I see is judge, jury, and executioner. And that's all you should see. When you see somebody that is capable of hurting women and children, judge, jury, and executioner. Don't bring up no conversation and start comparing races, because then what you're doing is you telling every black mother that wasn't there to defend their child when that predator got to their child that they shouldn't get justice because the white justice system don't like locking up white people for these crimes. So then what you doing is you saying you less than a man in the black community because you're not man enough to clean up your community because they don't want to clean up theirs. So what you saying is if Hassan Campbell go in the bathroom, in my bathroom, and I piss all over my toilet seat, that I shouldn't have to clean it up because the white people don't clean theirs up, right? That's what you're saying. So you saying if the white man decide that he want to eat doo-doo out of the toilet, the black people should do it too. That's what you're saying. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. If you break the law in the village of Hassan Campbell, you're going to get dealt with by the judge, the jury, and the executioner. I'm not going to look over there in Elvis's camp to see how they treated him. I know the penalty of treason in my community. I don't have to look at what they did to theirs. That's the shit that be killing me with y'all. Like that y'all even have the audacity to say this crazy shit out of your mouth. R. Kelly should have been put to sleep night, nigga. A long time ago, they should have put him to sleep. When a dog bites a child, they put that dog down. R. Kelly was allowed to go around for years. What the fuck? Y'all saw that, right? Y'all seen how everything just flickered out in my house? That was crazy, right? Y'all saw that, right? Oh, wow. That shit just happened with y'all too? Wow, that's crazy. The comment section is crazy. Y'all saw that, right? That was spooky. Hassan, no lie. It just happened in my house too. That's fucking crazy, bro. Love and respect always. You the best. Wow. So I'm wondering, is that something that happened to, like, is that something that just happened worldwide? Or is that something that just happened to the people that's watching me? That's weird. Did y'all just see that the power just turned out while y'all was watching me, or it just happened with y'all too? Lights in my bathroom flickered. That's what, yo, that's wild. Wow. Wow. God trying to tell us something, people. The door of my ass. More like doomsday. Wow. Yo, I don't even know. Yo. Wow. Wow. That's bananas. I ain't gonna even lie. That shit spooked me a little bit too. All the lights just went out and my shit and popped right back on what y'all watching. And see, it's crazy because it's just like when I got shot. I'm like, yo, did y'all see that? Nigga said, nah, my TV went off. It happened in my house earlier this evening. And I live in Bellport, New York. But no, that shit just happened right now while we live. That shit just happened right now while we live. Go outside and check your backyard, bro. I dare you, nigga. I got dogs. Fuck is you talking about? I got dogs. Look at my dogs bite. Wow. I don't know, people. That was weird right there. That was real weird. That was real weird. Somebody said, leave the world behind. Starts now. Yo, how's that happen to me as well? That's crazy. Like, yo, that's bananas. That shit bananas. They trying to spook us, huh? See, you ain't prepared. You got scared. No, that shit made me nervous for a second, but I'm bouncing back. Like, nah, nigga, of course you won't get nervous when you just see your whole shit just go out like that and you know you being messed with by the government. Son, I'm being targeted. Of course I'm going to be. Let me tell you something, man. I would never tell any of y'all that I don't have somewhat of a fear of the unknown. Because it went like, first of all, when you got a family to take care of, you got kids to raise, and you don't know what's going to come knocking at your door, yeah, it's going to be a fear there. But that don't mean like it's like when you get in the ring. You know you got to get up in there. You got to get busy. But you're going to get hit. And when you on your way to the ring and you about to get into that fight, you got butterflies. But once you get hit, you all in. Again, wow. Did y'all see the glow? Let me see something. One, two, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock their door. 5, yo, shit getting spooky out this. That was bananas. Something is getting ready. Something's going on. Something is definitely going on. Something is definitely going on. Like, wow. See, let me tell y'all something, right? When y'all come in my comment section and y'all try to give life to them other YouTubers and I see it, I'm going to block you. When you come in here in my comment section and you put the names of those other YouTubers in my comment section to promote their channel, I'm going to block you. Because if them niggas is the shit, like I'm the shit, I don't need to go in their comment section and put my name in their comment section. I built my platform on my own, by myself. When y'all niggas be sitting over there on y'all platform talking about, oh, it's not authentic, y'all try to make up all the excuses while I'm better than you niggas, I don't never come into your comment section and leave my name. I don't watch you niggas. I don't want to watch you niggas. The only reason why I know who you dudes is because y'all keep putting my name in your title. That's it. I don't want to know you. I don't want to talk about you. I don't want to skate with you. I don't want to kick it with you. Stop sending your agents into my comment section because I'm going to block you. Thank you. It's simple. I'm going to block you. And we jump up to 4,000 and they pull us right back down. That's how y'all know the game is rigged. They don't want my numbers to go up. Shit crazy. I'm going to start switching my shit up anyway, man. You got to live life as if you want to run and stay dangerous at the same time, man. Shit don't even feel safe. I'm not going to even lie. At this point in time in my life, I don't even feel safe. Yeah, and it's a good possibility we might have a blackout in this New York 30-degree weather, 30-degree temperature. I really don't feel comfortable in today's time that we living in. And I don't feel comfortable. Something don't feel right. The energy don't feel right. Trump said the coldest winter ever. He also said this is the calm before the storm. So we know shit is about to get real. The only person that we can trust is God. The only person we can trust is God. Wow, that was bananas right there. That shit just really, really took me. It took my mind like. Can you show phone videos from the right hand so the live chat doesn't obscure the videos? Thanks. Yo, well, I feel like it's going to happen again. Shit, it happened twice already. Official 6. All I've been seeing is Army helicopters in 3 out New York. There's a lot of helicopters activity in the sky. Something is definitely going on. Because that switch of power that just happened, something is definitely going on. I remember you speaking about that a minute ago with the power grid. Something is definitely going on. That wasn't normal. For me to experience that and all of y'all experience the same thing while we going on in this live, that's bugged right there. That's real bugged. Did you hear that Philly passed a ban on the shiesty mask? They need to. That shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. Shit is embarrassing. You gonna put a mask on, you ain't gonna liberate your people. What we talking about? And I ain't gonna even lie. This Philly is embarrassing within itself. Playboy of Eli. Playbook of Eli. You got my support, Haas. Thank you, family, for sponsoring this war. The streets of Philly is an embarrassment. The streets of Chicago is an embarrassment. The streets of the inner city of New York is an embarrassment. Some of the streets of LA is an embarrassment. We embarrassing. We act like we belong in the zoo. So they lock us up in cages. Whatever happened to being gangster and a gentleman? Whatever happened to being a gangster and a gentleman? Whatever happened to that? Niggas want to be tough for all the wrong reasons. If you're going to stick your chest out, have a reason to stick your chest out. You got hurt people hurting people. That shit played out. It's played out. You want to impress me? Show me your land. Show me your potatoes. Show me some broccoli. Show me some kale. Show me some spinach. Show me some lettuce. Outside of that, the hood don't impress me no more. You can't sell me the hood. I couldn't wait to get the hell out. Treacherous. The word is treacherous. They got videos, tapes of Kensington, and Alligator's always been the biggest drug spot. Just watching these poor souls out there not helping, something not right. The song, can you admit you wrong and be a man? Admit that I'm wrong about what? What am I wrong about? What am I wrong about? Face your fears and there will be no fears to face. You can't face your fears until you're on the battlefield. Some of your fears you can't face until you're on the battlefield. You don't know where you stand at until you're on that battlefield. And we all gonna see. When you see them different armies marching through America, we gonna see who's built for what. When you see these people, now we shot back up. Y'all look now, we back at 4,000, right? Now watch them pull us right back down. And I screenshotted it. Because when this live is out, I want y'all to remember, we got 4,000 people in the building. I want everybody to put 4,499 in the building, right? Now, when this live is over, I'm going to screenshot and show y'all in my community guidelines how many people it says. Now we got 4,100 people in the building. I'm going to show y'all that they not, when it shows like the highlights of my views, they're not going to show that I had this much. They're going to dumb the numbers down. That's what they do. That's what they do. Admit you're wrong about going to Vlad after you talk mad shit about him. Let's start with that. Why would I feel like I'm wrong for going to Vlad? If anything, y'all should like, so you mad because Vlad forgave me and decided that he wanted to fuck with me after I said negative things about him. So you mad because he forgave me and you can't. Help me to make sense of that. Why would you even care about the fact that I went to Vlad's platform to talk about hip hop's pioneer being a boogeyman? Because my whole interview wasn't based on nothing else except for him giving me a voice to take down a predator, and you telling me that I'm wrong? Shut up, man. Go stand in the corner. Go stand in the corner. You're not ready to be a man of your house. Because whatever it takes for me to get the message out, my whole interview was about that predator. Nothing else. I could have got up there on my Hassan Campbell conspiracy shit. I could have got up there dissing 1,000 rappers. My whole interview, right? Because when you listen to them bozo ass niggas, Gully TV and what's the dirty nigga? Zip with the drip. When you listen to them dirty, dusty ass niggas, they told you that Vlad wasn't even gonna let me talk about Bam, but they jumped to conclusions because they just wanted to sit up there and clown a nigga and clown themselves. Now you don't hear them saying nothing because they feel stupid. And let me break something else down too. Being that we here.
Okay. Well, around age 18, you got into your own situations.
Right.
Now, at one point, you shot somebody named Max.
Yeah, that was attempted murder I was charged with.
Okay, what was that situation about?
Well, well, Max. Well, Max, it was pretty much a situation where me and my boys was walking down the block. Him and his boys was on the opposite side of the street. Max was up and coming at the time, and he was real ignorant, and he was real disrespectful, real challenging, and we got into a situation where he sat up there and he said he was gonna kill me, and he ended up on the opposite side of a gun being shot, and the next day after that with Max, I believe that was on maybe September 5th, 4th or 5th or 6th, one of them days. The very next night, I went on a run for a murder case. So I had a murder and attempted murder case back to back within 2 days.
Okay, so you shoot this guy Max during an argument. He survives. You go on the run, but then what happens with the murder?
Actually, I didn't. Yeah, I was on the run. So, the very next night, I'm hanging out in Boston Seacor, and I gets into it with a guy that I went to Truman with, dude named Javon, and me and Eric was hanging. Now, the rest of that video, y'all can go over to Vlad and watch that on Vlad's platform. My whole thing is like this, right? Hassan Campbell incriminating himself. Nigga, I'm convicted. The murder case that was broken down to assault in the first, I'm convicted of that case. The other case with Javon, with Max, I beat that case. So this is stuff that I've dealt with in the court system already. So when niggas is sitting up there, oh, Vlad got you, nigga, I'm convicted. I'm speaking about a crime that I was convicted with. I'm speaking about a crime that I beat in the courts. That's why you don't see it on my record. I beat it in the courts. So this is shit that I've dealt with in the courts. Oh, Vlad got him. This is shit that I talked about on my platform already. So the problem is that with you niggas, y'all don't want to believe that it's just that real with Hassan Campbell. Nah, this nigga didn't really go outside and get shot. He didn't go outside and call shooters outside, and then they came outside and shot him. And he took himself to the hospital, then came back to the internet and told them niggas it's on. Nah, Hassan Campbell didn't do that. Nah, that story that he telling on Vlad, it ain't true. Oh, he actually on Vlad? Vlad? You mad. Vlad is equivalent to the baddest bitch in the hood. Hassan Campbell bagging the baddest bitch in the hood. No disrespect to Vlad. And y'all mad. Y'all looking at Vlad, and you seeing me on Vlad on your TV, and you saying Hassan Campbell made it to the big nigga. I'm already the big stage on my own. But once I went on Vlad, it gave me a certified stamp of approval to you bitch ass niggas. So the jealousy is kicking in, and y'all keep talking about, oh, just admit it, you wrong. I'm wrong for being successful. I'm wrong for Vlad recognizing me as one of the best YouTubers. Yo, Vlad told me to my face. He said, yo. He said, I came in YouTube at a different time doing interviews. He said, you came in YouTube by yourself and made it all the way this far by yourself. Against celebrities. He said, Vlad told me, he said, I don't even know if he gonna show that. He said, I don't even know if I could have did it the way you did it by myself. Became as big as you are with 500,000 subscribers by yourself. That's what Vlad told me. And you niggas is tight. Tight the what? Y'all tight. I did it by myself. A nigga from the hood. And I know your stories is greater than mine. You done shot this nigga, done pop this nigga, done rock this nigga. And all he did was get touched by Africa Bear. I know. Oh, you done killed all them niggas. Why you ain't killed Africa Bear Bada? Because it wasn't in my cards to kill him. That's not what God wanted. If I would have killed Africa Bear Bada, y'all wouldn't be watching me right now. Everything I went through in my life was for a reason. And that reason the reason that we here. That reason got me sitting right here. I'm the truth when I'm in this booth. I don't have to spit lies. All I have to do is just be me. I could smile. I could laugh. I could cry. And the people that love me will wipe my tears away. But my friends will laugh at me. Real shit. You need to humble yourself, Hassan. Real talk. For what? Nah, don't delete that comment. Stop deleting comments like that. No, don't delete the comment. I need to humble myself. Why? So you telling me that I should humble myself after y'all done spit on me, shit on me, cursed at me, disrespected me, called me all types of names. I'm supposed to humble myself while y'all step on my neck? No. Absolutely not. No. Fuck, I look like a punk? Haas, have you looked into the resurfaced video of FBI investigator man Jonathan Obi, one of Diddy's sex workers who shot up a Trump hotel in Florida on some MK Ultra-ish? AK was just talking about it. Nah, I never seen that. That's something new to me. Yeah, that's something definitely new to me. Are you gonna go on China Max platform too? Why would I want to do that? No, absolutely not. I don't want to be on China Max platform. Honestly speaking, if I was gonna go and sit down and go on anybody else's platform and deal with anybody, it would have to be somebody of the likes of, I don't even know. At this point, I don't know, because I personally feel like after being on Vlad, Academics, and Tasha K, I was on the best of the best platforms. Who else platform to go on? Say Cheese, Adam 22. I mean, shout out to the 4,000 people back in the building. I'm pretty sure YouTube gonna pull them back out because they don't really want them in the building. Y'all see the game, right? That was back up to 41. Y'all see that, right? Now watch them pull it back down to 35. Watch. How I feel about China taking over. Do you think I want to live in a country that China's taking over? How do I feel about anybody taking over America except for the Americans? It's our country. Why would I want somebody else to take over? Like, nah. I would definitely go on Joe Budden's platform and dare that nigga to say, and dare him to call me the Bronx Raspy in my face. I would definitely go on Joe Budden's platform and see if he got the balls to actually say that shit to my face that he said on the internet. Like, nah, don't play with me like that. Absolutely don't disrespect me like that. No. Absolutely not. Of course he would never. None of these niggas would never play with me like that. None of them. None of them. And any rapper that you seen me talk about, I will go on their platform. I don't care who it is, Mano, whoever. I would go on their platform and sit dead in their face and tell them why I said what they said. But see, they would never allow that to happen. Because if I'm sitting in front of these niggas and I gotta sit back and ask these niggas like, yo, why y'all leading our children astray? And they gotta answer that, it's not gonna look right on camera. When they sitting up there gotta express to you, That niggas is 40 years old still talking about 50 years. Niggas is 50 talking about busting their gun. That's why you keep killing each other. Because the grown men is 50 years old and 40 years old still talking about busting their gun. I don't know no 40-year-old man that wants to go to jail. Most 40-year-old men don't want to be nowhere around. Yeah, they been through some shit. They don't want to be nowhere around. No shit that's going to lead them to go to jail. I'm the only stupid nigga going out in the projects crashing out. But I did it for a reason. There was a reason. There was a cry for help. There was a cry for the community to help. It just didn't come out right. A nigga was too drunk. I might get shot again. I might shoot somebody. That's part of the game. I'm in a spiritual war, a mental war, a physical war, a financial war. Nigga, my life is going to constantly be on a battlefield. I would never tell you that I never go back to jail again. Because I know I live in a country where, like I said, you got people jumping over the border. We don't know what the fuck these people bringing in this country. We don't know who they working for. You think I'm going to wait for the police to defend my family? Are you kidding me? You really think that after getting shot again, at 47 years old, I got shot. You think I'm going to let another nigga shoot me? Oh, that bullet woke me up. I was drinking that alcohol. And that bullet said, block out. I said, ooh, hot. Ooh. Y'all don't even understand how bad I want to end this life. My back hurt. All down my spine. My neck hurting on this side. It hurts. Think I'm going to let another nigga shoot me? No. Hassan Campbell love getting busy. That shit in me. That's who I am. But for a cause. Not over stupidity. Not over a little dirty project nigga mad because I called his man's a serial rapist. Not over stupid shit like that, but I'm going to stand my ground. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't care if y'all get mad at the fact that I'm not a sucker. I like being me. Ain't no fear. I ain't gonna lie though. I got a little nervous when the lights went out like that. A nigga got a little nervous like, oh shit, it's happening? We gotta light the candles? Huh? The truth of the matter is, the scariest part about when shit hit the fan in America is just we haven't tested our survival skills the same way black campers and white campers do. Like you got blacks and whites that really go camping on a regular, and they be out in the wilderness for 7 days, 10 days without nothing, and they hunt. A lot of us never did that. We ain't never left and went out to the wilderness with nothing but our knives and whatever we had to hunt with, and came back with some meat on our shoulder to cook for our family. Yeah, I'm scared of that. Because it's easy to talk this shit until you actually got to go out there and survive. And now as a man, you got to be a man. They never taught us this. In school, they don't teach us this shit. They not teaching us survival skills. They teaching us most of the shit that they teach us in school we don't never use in real life. School is pointless. Who TV just got turned off, huh? Breaking news: explosion at Carnet. Is that real? Is that real? Is that what happened? I'm Hawaiian. My grandparents showed me how to survive in dirt. I wish we all knew. If you had to pick one, would you do 21 days naked and afraid or 60 days locked up? I done did time in jail. So the next thing would be the naked and afraid. But the truth of the matter is, I don't want to be naked and afraid. There's no reason for us to be fucking naked. We got clothes. That's just real talk. We got clothes. Why we got to be naked? They tweaking with the EMP. They just might be. Warning, warning, warning comes before destruction. So when you start seeing little warning signs, we know it's time for us to get mentally prepared for what's going on. Well, I see my girl in the building. Shout out to Leo. Nigga Haas, keep it too real. The TVs has officially been turned off. All of this leading into election year. Yeah, I gotta understand something, man. The next election might be the last election ever in America. I miss the backyard views. I'm gonna start making some more backyard videos. I definitely want to do that. I got some more ideas that I want to start doing. I got a lot of ideas that I want to bring to the table, because the reality of it is like, it's time for me to take a low profile. Y'all see how they keep playing with the numbers? We back at 4,000 again. Y'all see that, right? I'm reading little messages on my other device. People talking about they not letting the super chat go through. And as soon as I tell y'all we back at 4,000, they pull us back down to 3,700. Like, come on, man. Check your animals. They know when ghosts are in your house. I ain't worried about no ghosts. Just go get some sage and smoke their ass out. They don't like that smoke. But what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna do a StreamYard. Start doing StreamYards and start pulling the people up. Instead of me getting people on the phone, I want to see who I'm talking to. So I'm gonna start letting y'all pull up and asking me questions and have a conversation back and forth with me, because the reality of it is, you know, some days it really get boring with me just sitting up here and I'm talking to this camera and I can barely even read or see the comment section. I'd rather sit back and actually talk to y'all. We could actually kick it. And from there, maybe we could build some new content creators. My advice to everybody out there is to remember prayer's power. These people that are in position, in power, they try to keep us in a low frequency, in our lower selves. These people that's in power, they feed us the worst foods. They keep us watching the worst movies. They have our children running around at the young ages acting like animals. Our grown men want to talk about being real niggas, but when it come time to do some real shit, these niggas ain't nowhere to be found. Our women is so disappointed in us as men. They don't know if they want to be whores and cheat like we've been cheating or just turn gay. We are a people without a home. We are a people without a village. And last but not least, we are people that turn our backs on God. In life, you reap what you sow. This but so long, you're going to be able to travel through this land where the devil is ruling with an iron fist and not be afflicted with the evils of this world when you ain't putting on your force field and your armor of God. Renegade, if YouTube was really messing with your numbers, you wouldn't talk as crazy as you do. Stop the cap. People are just leaving at the same time. One, if people are just leaving at the same time, then why every time I glitch, go out and come back in, 1,000 people come into the live? You don't see the numbers dropping past 3,000. You see it creeping all the way up, going up 1,000. Use your common sense, stupid. I mean, I would have thought that if you was going to say something, you would have said something smart. Because the reality of it is, even with these numbers that I have right here, with the 3,000 people in the building now, because they pulling the numbers down, my channel is still doing better than all of the rest of these other channels that you're talking about. And I'm battling celebrities by myself. And when I screenshot how many views I had when this live ended, and I'm going to do it just for you with your tired ass, I guarantee you that this live is going to have way more than 20,000 views on it. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? When this live go off, it's going to have more than 20,000 views. When I screenshot, when it says to log out, I'm not even going to wait 5 minutes before I put the video up. How much you want to bet that there's over 20,000 people that viewed this live? Where you at? Baby, where you at? That's what I thought. Stop playing with me, man. Still doing numbers. I don't know what's going on with 6ix9ine. Six9 beat up his girlfriend. Y'all gotta send me that story inside my own. Y'all gotta send me that in my own. For those of y'all that don't know, my IG, I got 2 IGs. Poppy from BX River, Poppy from BX River, and Snotbox TV. My Snotbox, let me show y'all my Snotbox. Here we go. So y'all know which one y'all looking for. Let me see. Where's my IG at? Snotbox TV. I only got 2 videos up there right now. I'm gonna post more. It's 480 followers. That's my backup IG channel. So it's Poppy from BX River and Snotbox TV. And dogs that sat up there and said, oh, people are leaving. So I just shot back up to 4,000 people. We got 3,900 people in the building. So we just actually went up 1,000 because we was down all the way 3,000. Now we at 3,978. So dogs, you said everybody was leaving, right? Isn't that what you said? So how the numbers keep going up and then being pulled back down? What happened? That's what I thought. Well, stop playing with me, man. They don't want people to see how powerful I really am. That's why they playing with the numbers like that. They don't want you to see how many people we really got in the building. You just glitched on my screen, of course. And when it glitched, and when I went out, it came back in, and it glitched like that, the numbers shot up because it makes it harder for them to hold the numbers back. And just like that, the numbers is down to 35-54. See the game? That's why I keep telling y'all to hit the like button, because it also affects this algorithm. They be trying too hard to play with the numbers. If all 3,600 people hit that like button, how many people would it showed us that we have in the building? Ashton, love from Houston. Shout out to Houston. Y'all see where the numbers at? Type how many people we got in the building in the chat. Type how many people we got in the building in the chat before they snatch it down. Y'all notice that, right? And then y'all notice how they keep pulling it back down? They don't want me to go up. They don't want y'all to see how many people we really got in this building. No, they don't. I'm good with that, though. And it's crazy because I'm looking at the screen. It says 3,800, right? Go to YouTube. It says 3,100. It says 3,100. So now that's letting you know they gonna pull us all the way back down to 3,000. They grimy. Now, how is it that we live and it says it's 3,400 people, but right here when you look at my channel, it's showing 3,100? What happened? Who's playing with the numbers? Why is the numbers off like that? I thought they said men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Apparently, the numbers at YouTube is lying their ass off right now. And I need for y'all to hit the like button, man, for real. Look at all these titles, like, damn. The titles is just crazy. When I search my name, oh, they pulled us down past 3,000. Your numbers are definitely bouncing around. Yeah, that's them. That's them, and we going into a new hour. So of course they want to pull the numbers down. They don't want you to go into a new hour, right? Like, if I done mastered YouTube. Tot TV, stay strong, Haas. You gifted. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. They ain't adding no numbers by the update. That's not what's happening. Live from BX, you heard. My cousin Pinto threw the bottle at you. Oh yeah? What apartment he live in? What's the apartment? What apartment he live in? Shout out to Either Or. Yes, you have mastered YouTube. So you surpass damn near all the YouTubers in the genre. Yep, I damn sure did. And what Son said, damn, your numbers is dropping. No, the numbers is going back up. But oh, it's 12:44. That's why my ass feels so tired. Nope, I'd rather cash up than pay for the damn streaming YouTube that ain't letting me watch my videos correctly. So there, right. They glitching the nigga out. What about that island? I know a new island. They talking about a new island just popped up, and that shit is crazy. I'm like, wow. Yeah, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna say it every chance that I get. Everything that they taught us is a lie. There's so there's so many hidden places in this world that they don't let us see. These people have accesses to stargates. These people got technology that help them teleport. Like, I don't think y'all understand the technology that these people have and the lies that they telling us. Like, the lies that they telling us. The lies. When you start looking at the old maps and you start to see that over that ice wall that they got in Antarctica, there's more land mass over there than it is over here with us. Like, y'all don't even understand. We the plantation Negroes over here. All these, like China, the people of China, slaves. People of Saudi Arabia, slaves. People of Africa, slaves. People of Japan, slaves. It's a small handful of government officials that's working for the elite that really control everything. The rest of us is just working bees. You are paying to live on the earth that you live on, that you're supposed to be able to live free on. Nigga, you done been tricked out of your position. We ain't supposed to pay taxes on our money. We're not supposed to pay taxes on our land. You are being extorted by evil. That's the real truth. And it's getting to the point to where that people are getting tired. And they realize that people are getting tired. So now they are bringing in their new world rules, new world governments. And sorry, but everybody's not a candidate to live there. Everybody is not going to be allowed to live in this new world with these old evil rules. So they got to position their feet in power and get rid of some of us. Y'all better read it. Well, right, they blew up. This year was the year that they blew up the Georgia Guidestones. For years, the Georgia Guidestones was there. None of y'all didn't read it. But some of us been studying the Georgia Guidestones that they had there for over 20 years. And mysteriously, they just blew up. There's no different from us than my fish living in that fish tank. We captives and too stupid to realize it. Then they try to divide us. Oh, I'm Dominican. Oh, I'm Haitian. What's the difference? What's the difference between a Dominican and a Haitian? Nothing. Go ahead and call a Puerto Rican a Mexican. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Go ahead and call a Puerto Rican a Mexican and see how racist it get. Woo-hoo-hoo. Whoa. Shit get crazy. I don't understand. I mean, I know there's a difference. The colonizer conquered both land. The Spaniards conquered both land. What's the difference? We all got a little bit of the slave master in us. So we all got a little bit of the same blood. What's the difference? But if you call a Puerto Rican a Mexican, it's going to get lit. For real. Yeah, they want the masses against each other. Puerto Ricans are citizens. That's the stupidest shit that I've actually heard. So you telling me that the children of the colonizers are citizens, but Mexico was always part of America. It was one land. Until the colonizers forced them out of America, because Mexico, Kemet, which is Egypt now, and America was all one community. Kemet, which is Egypt, Mexico, and America. America was called a Mexin. Do your homework. Puerto Rico didn't exist. Sorry to bust your bubble, but Mexicans got more right to America than a Puerto Rican does. Sorry to bust your bubble. But through the colonizer conquering us and playing divide and conquer, they don't tell you that. There is no such thing as Spanish. It's a language. You are a people that are either Moors, which they called black, or you the children of the slave master who are proud that the colonizer came in and conquered your ancestors, and your skin color and your language of being Spanish or a Spaniard came from you being enslaved. You proud of that? Right. Do your homework. There was a time where we didn't even have last names. We was the son of. And we knew who our greats was. Now we don't. Most of us running around got the name of a plantation behind our name. Know who you are. How could you feel complete and you feel good about yourself if you don't even know who the hell you are? How is a Puerto Rican a Dominican? A Dominican is from West Africa. Dominicans and Haitians are from West Africa. So what do that make them? Dominicans and Haitians come from West Africa. Hassan, you need to use your voice and platform to expose organized community stalking interviews with FBI and SA whistleblowers. Ted Williams, Bentley Karen. I don't know who the people is. Spanish is just a language, but in Spain they got different languages like Catalan and Gallego. There's no such thing as the black family. There was never a black family. We was never called black. Smoke coming from a power plant in Brooklyn, shaking my head. So basically, what y'all telling me is there's a possibility that there was a attack on a power plant. Who did it? The border jumpers? Are they trying to put New York into darkness and bring in martial law? Inquiring minds want to know. Hassan Campbell, you need to stop doing so much cocaine. I've never in my life, ever, ever did cocaine. Ever. Ever. Stop lying. Ever. Like, damn. It's like, damn. I know I got some big ass eyes, but damn, Gina? You gonna blame old Marty Moore for sniffing coke? Like, nah. Signs of the times. This is literally all this is. The way of the world has already been prophesied about. We are just watching it come into play. Yep. Yeah, that's disrespectful. Gonna call me a cocaine head. Like, nah, nigga, no. I'm sipping on some scissor. Leave me with my douce. Is there a threat to the U.S. power grid today? Energy infrastructures experts testified that the U.S. power grid is facing a myriad of escalating cybersecurity risks and emerging threats. Well, that's the whole live that we were supposed to be talking about until I drifted off or whatever the case may be. That's what we're dealing with. We dealing with a movie that what the hell is this nigga named? The president on him and his husband Michael. I mean Michelle Obama. Michael. Shout out to Michael Obama. Like, come on, man, stop playing. We already know what time it is, man. We know what time it is. All we can do is pray. That's it, man. We don't let these people get too far in power. We let these people get too strong. The only thing that we can do right now is pray. Because the reality of it is, there is no us. And see you YouTubers that's watching me right now, you, behind that screen, you cocksucker, that don't like me, that's watching me right now, recording this live, yeah, you cocksucker. What you got to understand is, you ever heard that Run DMC song? Whose house? Say what? Run's house. This is my house, bitch, nigga. It's my stage. You go build your following and stop worrying about mine. Let me eat off my plate. My fat ass, if I'm hungry and there's some gravy on that plate, I'm going to lick my plate. It's mine. Stop trying to come in my kitchen. Stay your ass over there. My people don't represent what you represent. We don't rock like y'all. Y'all don't like us. We don't like y'all. Stop trying to mix the audience. We don't fuck with y'all. You don't get it? Bet you won't ask me that dumbass question again. New York Post. New Yorker suffers brief electric outage as footage appears to show smoke from Brooklyn power plant. Wow. Okay. That means something happened over there. Power almost went out. We going through the early stages, and that brings us back to the movie, right? That brings us back to the movie, where in the movie, the white man was saying, stop reading the front page of the newspaper and start reading in between the lines and reading them other articles that you don't see. Then you start to see that everything happens for a reason. And these little things is little add-ups and little add-ups and little add-ups. And the next thing you know, you in a full-fledged war. The reset is coming. There's a reset going on. There's pole shifting. You're going to see storms getting worse than what you ever seen. You're going to see earthquakes like you ain't never seen. You're going to see tsunamis like you ain't never seen. You're going to see starvation like you ain't never seen. And then Fauci, he said there's a new one coming. Then he smirked. Wait till you see this new one. When Fauci told you that they cooking some shit up in the kitchen and you didn't take heed, I hope y'all got life insurance policies. It's a reset coming. The people of power is further in their position in power. All you can do is get right with God and make sure you make the right decisions with your money while you can before this reset happens. I wish I had the money to pay my mortgage off completely. I'm broke. I'm just doing better than some other people, that's all. I wish I had the money right now to pay my whole mortgage off or all my properties. Because the reality of it is that when COVID-19 struck, a lot of small businesses went out of business. And a lot of that was due to the rioting and the looting that was going on after the George Floyd situation. People started going into neighborhoods and tearing up stores, mom and pop stores that didn't survive. And like I told y'all before, when you sit back and you analyze all these young kids running around, robbing and looting in these malls, you are destroying businesses. You're forcing businesses that's hiring your children to work to close down. In a minute, everything at Amazon is going to be run by drones and artificial intelligence. So you're going to be forced to be at home. And I don't think you understand. See, the part of the New World Order is for you to own nothing. You will be renting your furniture. You will be so poor that you'll be working to keep your furniture, to rent your new furniture. If you're allowed to have a car to travel, you will not own it. Your property, your houses, you will not own it. In the New World Order, they don't want nobody to be property owners but the rich. If you are qualified to live, if you are qualified to live, to make it in the New World Order, in this new world, you are required to live in 15-minute cities where they can control you. And Siri's know that nosy bitch of an AI will be listening to every bit of your conversation. And when you say something that goes against this establishment, they will cut your chip off and kick you out to the wolves. I don't even think y'all realize where we going. Picture a world where China is in control and Russia's in control of a country that they hate and despise. It is what it is, man. We done did an hour and 15 minutes. Missed most of the live because I was working, but I'm here now. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Stay tuned, people. I might go live again. What I am going to do is I'm going to make a video and show y'all just how many people was in the building. Right after this video, wait 5 minutes and come back in. I want y'all to come back in and see actually how many people was actually watching. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. We out.